insane how good it is. It's so good.
I never really get specialty drinks when I go places. I just get like my shit, and then I go, oh, that tastes, because I know exactly how I want it to taste, and if it doesn't taste good, I don't go back.
Go to 11th Hour.
Okay, fine. I have. I like them.
Get a Bellingham Fog.
It's just like an awkward spot that I never go to.
Yeah.
It's very small.
And I don't.
Small.
I don't like.
back
You have to park in a weird spot to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm not ever really. If I'm going to Fairhaven, I
or
already got my
walk.
coffee, or I'm getting coffee there.
It's totally worth it for the Bellingham Fog. So fucking good. It's like thick. It's man.
Fucking thick.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It is.
Oh yes.
It's so delicious.
Fucking so delicious.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to another episode of What's the Diff, a podcast where we dive into topics that are really similar but a little different. Things that often get confused, things you might not think about, things you wish you knew more about but haven't had the time to look into. Well, don't worry, we looked into it for you. And after every episode, you'll be able to say, actually, a little bit more. Just a little bit.
I am Larry Josh. With me today is Curly Cully and Mo Keenan.
Oh.
You say Larry?
Larry.
Larry.
Larry?
Larry.
Larry?
Larry.
Larry.
Layer.
What is this from?
Larry.
Larry
Three
Mo and
Stooges.
Curly.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't understand that at first.
No.
I was like, who the hell's
Well-
Larry Josh?
You know, Larry Josh
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Larry.
Like, I get it.
of the well-known Josh family.
Yeah.
Today, we'll be getting into Raven versus Crow. Going to college versus not going to college.
Smart.
AGM batteries versus lithium batteries.
We're all like, okay, now third one, we all want to make a noise.
At the end, we will play the no-name trivia game with me hosting as Keenan defends his championship title. Yeah, I gotta put that on the board. I'll get there.
No, I kind of like that it's
I like that
the
we just
shittiest
make it
version that we could do. Want to hear one of your topics debated? You can connect with us at whatsthediff.net. Leave us a voicemail at 802-884-3553 or send a voice clip to us at hellowhatsthediff@gmail.com,
Ding.
where our mattresses are low price,
And low to the ground.
guaranteed.
They don't come with a bed frame. Sorry.
No, that's too expensive.
No.
And if you put it on a bed frame, we're gonna take it back.
Yeah.
We're watching.
That voids a warranty. You know that tag thing that's like, do not remove.
I know.
It says
It's
if
so
you put that
weird.
on, well, it's don't remove unless you're the consumer of the product. So if you buy the mattress and you put it in your home and you're like, okay, I'm going to sleep on it, then you can take it off. But people don't.
I guess
Don't
because
tell me
like
that.
selling a not actually new mattress is just gross.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Or I don't know. I'm not a mattress lawyer, so
No.
I
The
don't
horny
know.
goblin is though.
The horny goblins. Well, he's a horny lawyer now.
Horny lawyer,
Horny,
sorry.
horny goblin lawyer. Yeah.
Do they know what that is? Are we keeping that? All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, Josh said it.
I really don't.
Oh, it's staying in.
Oh, fuck. All right. You going first?
Sure. I did batteries. So, how many types of batteries are there? A whole lot of batteries. That is a lot more than I thought there was to this topic.
There's
Again.
3.
There's actually only 2 batteries. A dead battery and a live battery.
No, actually, there's
Percentage, there's percentages to each of those.
There's an empty battery, the one that has no charge whatsoever.
There are numerous types of batteries, broadly categorized based on their chemistry, application, and form factor. Here are the types. Primary, non-rechargeable. Talking about alkaline, like your flashlights or in your remote controls. Zinc-carbon batteries. Those aren't really used much. Lithium batteries. I chose this one for one of the comparisons here. They have a long shelf life. They're used in cameras and other things. You know those little tiny little coins you find in your key fobs? Lithium battery.
Yeah.
Tiny, lasts forever.
Button cells.
Button boys.
Button boys.
Secondary batteries, rechargeable. This includes lead acid that are used in vehicles, UPS systems, and backup power supplies. This includes AGM. So for my comparison, I'm doing lithium ion versus AGM. Why? Because those two are sometimes the hardest to pick between if you're like doing a solar setup in something, or if you're like getting a boat battery or a car battery. Those are two of the popular options out there. There's a whole lot of them, though. Listen to this. Hold on.
Holding.
For the disposable kind, there's a lemon/potato battery, lithium air battery, magnesium battery, mercury battery, molten salt battery, nickel oxyhydroxide battery,
Yeah, you got it.
oxyride organic radical batteries, paper batteries, pulver macro chain batteries. So shut up. There's more.
Did you just say radical batteries?
Something like that. And then here is secondaries, the kind that are chargeable. Aluminum ion, calcium batteries, flow batteries, vanadium redox batteries, zinc bromide, zinc cerium, lithium ion, lithium cobalt oxide batteries, lithium silicon. There's a whole bunch. I'm going to stop. No, I'm not. Aluminum air batteries, germanium air batteries, beryllium air, molten salt, microbial fuel, nickel cadmium. I'm going to skip. There's a bunch. There's more. I'm going to stop.
So
I'm
basically like
stopping.
a bunch of metals that can hold a charge.
Yeah. So why is there so many? How does this work? How are there so many batteries?
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
why?
Tell us.
Well, the reason, if I can find my notes, we'll talk about how they work here for a second. So batteries work by converting chemical energy into electrical energy through electrochemical reactions.
That's a lame.
All right. Basic components. You got the anode, which is your negative. This undergoes oxidation, which releases electrons. You got your cathode, which is your positive. This undergoes reduction, which gains electrons. You got your electrolyte. It's the medium that allows the flow of the ions between
Gatorade.
the anode
I was
and
going
the
to say
cathode.
Brondo.
Yeah, they got the Gatorade battery. Michael Vick. You got your separator, which prevents physical contact between the anode and the cathode while allowing the ions to flow.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of battery.
Oh, okay. I got it now. All right. That took me a minute.
Sorry, I just kind of threw that in there and then left.
That was good.
I was like, didn't he do like dog fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also assaulted
Yeah,
people.
he's just,
Yeah.
He just likes fighting.
he likes fighting. He just likes fighting.
He
Leave
just
him
likes
alone.
fighting. He's just a quirky guy.
So discharging. When a battery is connected to a device, a circuit is formed. At the anode, a chemical reaction releases electrons and produces positive charged ions. The electrons flow through the external circuit, which powers the device that you're plugged into. Simultaneously, the positively charged ions move through the electrolyte to the cathode. And then there at the cathode, the chemical reaction occurs where the cathode materials gain electrons combined with the ions from the electrolyte. So it's confusing. Basically, when you charge a thing, it loses electrons and the electrons go to something else that you're plugged into. For charging, for secondary batteries that can take charges, when you connect it to a power source, the flow of electrons is reversed. The external power source supplies electrons to the cathode, causing a reduction reaction. Basically, this causes oxidation, and ions flow back into the motherfucker, and that's where you get things such as two that I'm going to compare, AGM or, what's it called again?
Lithium ion.
Yeah, and lithium ion.
You got it.
Goddamn.
You did the research.
Yeah, but I forgot. Yeah, boy. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for this.
What does AGM stand for?
I will tell you here.
Okay.
Listen, AGM stands for where is it? Absorbent glass mat.
Cool.
Who is Matt?
Yeah. And why is he absorbent and made of glass?
Well, here is why. I don't know. Maybe I'll find that in a second. So
Notes all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used ChatGPT a lot for this because it was so boring. I was like, I don't want to read anymore.
I'm so glad people are going to be listening to this boring thing.
I have screenshots of all the things I wrote too. I like found articles and just screenshotted a bunch of stuff because it's literally like the most boring. This is boring.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's all like technical.
Yeah, it's
like,
so technical, dude.
Very
battery
tech.
is this because it. I'm like, I did birds.
Yeah,
it was
that's
kinda
cool. Yeah, shut up. Well,
They go,
I'll get through this and I'll save you the boringness.
The boringness.
Boringness. Stephen Jason Bourne. AGM batteries are
Born.
typically cheaper. I had a lot of coffee before this,
Yeah.
which is not normal because we do it so late. So, apologies.
What are you talking about? This is a normal
Typically
podcast.
cheaper than lithium batteries. They have a lower risk of catching fire or exploding compared to lithium. They do need ventilation though.
AGM does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they got chemicals in there. They're maintenance free. They're sealed up. Don't need to do nothing with them. They can handle a higher number of charge-discharge cycles than traditional lead acid, but they're still lead acid, so not as good as lithium. They perform well in cold temperatures. They're also very heavy. They also don't store as much energy, so they're less efficient. They have shorter life cycles compared to lithium, and lower charging efficiency. They can't go below 50% really, or else they're kind of like shot.
Weird.
So yeah, when you drain a lead acid or an AGM battery below 50, kind of fucked it. That's why if you buy like a cheap car battery and it dies once, you're kind of fucked. Like you
Damn.
Yeah.
probably should buy a new one.
Yeah.
Lithium-ion batteries, advantages. They are higher energy densityness. So they're lighter and smaller. They last longer. They can be recharged many more times. They can also go down to 0% and still be good to recharge back to the top.
Mm-hmm. That's what most like cell phone batteries and stuff are,
Yep.
right?
Cell phones, lithium.
Yeah.
Like video cameras. Drones uses some sort of lithium thing as well.
Mm.
But they're more expensive, a lot more, up to 4 times more expensive. It kind of is worth it in the end because of how much weight savings, and you're not going to really need to replace it.
Well, yeah, like compared our motorcycle batteries, it's like pounds of difference. Like the lead acid one, I mean, it weighs, probably 3 pounds or something like that. But the lithium ion weighs as much as a fucking tennis ball, like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They do have a higher risk of thermal runaway, which leads to fires or explosions.
Oh, those are the videos of people's cell phones catching on
Samsungs,
fire.
yeah.
Hey.
Having a little balloon.
Yeah.
Very good idea. Their performance can degrade at high temperatures and low temperatures, so you got to keep them more thermally isolated. And they often require a battery management system. My lithium-ion battery in my dirt bike just kind of went kaput, and I was like, "Well, that's crazy. It's a lithium-ion battery." But you do need to manage it occasionally because it was cold over the winter. And then instead of recharging these, you kind of balance them. So the battery management system I have, there's 2 little buttons on that boy. You can charge it or you can store it. And basically just like with an AGM battery, you basically just trickle charge it back to like the health it needs
Yeah,
to be.
you very, very slowly charge it.
But with these, it balances the stuff in
The
it.
cells or whatever they
Yeah.
have. Yeah, and the storing, it just takes all the charge out of it. I think it takes all the charge, or at least some of it, so that it's more stable. And then like I usually click, you plug it in, you hit store, and then when it's done or whatever done is, I can leave it on the shelf over the winter and it's fine. And then once I'm ready to put it back in, charge it, it's ready to go, put it back in the bike, starts right up. So there is sometimes a maintenance procedure, but
Yeah.
it's way more simpler with lithium ion.
Yeah, well, lithiums use AGMs use like chemicals that are like saturated that have positive and negative charge that like discharge over time. So if it just discharges all the way down, it's kind of hard to like resaturate with the proper like the chemicals that are in there because they've already discharged because it's a finite amount of chemicals. Whereas in lithium ion, it's like a lithium salt, which is an organic solvent, so it's also less dangerous overall. Besides the fires,
Until it gets on fire, yeah.
So the electrolyte is a lithium salt. The cathode is made of lithium cobalt oxide or another lithium-based compound.
Although
And the anode is typically graphite.
cobalt is super dangerous to mine, though. It's like really bad stuff.
Yeah, so if you
Don't
find
support
yourself
that.
mining, don't go for cobalt.
Nah, don't do that. Just Minecraft.
Don't even do it. Don't even think about it. Yeah. I'm trying to find how I charge. Yeah, basically when you charge a lithium, it like the external electricity energy forces the electrons back to the anode. So it's just like electron flow as opposed to like chemical flows. They go through the solvent, which is the lithium salt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The electrolyte or
Yeah.
whatever. Have you heard of? I'm pretty sure this is bullshit, but I read a thing a while ago. This company was making a sea salt battery.
That
That
makes sense.
basically it's just sea salt that passes through a membrane, and because it passes through that membrane, it creates a charge through osmosis or whatever. And then from that, they're able to power a car, and it had like 700 miles worth of range and all this stuff. But it was a prototype that they made, and it was like fucking $7 million or something. I think they made 4 of them. And I haven't heard anything about that yet. So I think Big Battery got on board and was like, no, we like to mine our cobalt.
Yeah. It's basically just such a simple concept. It's like, it's a chemicals and positive and negative charges and the flow of electrons. And it's like, you can use so many chemicals to do that, including salt water because it's charged. So, but lithium is like between, absorbent glass mat, which is the glass mat inside absorbs the chemicals. And like, that's what leads to its efficiency because it's not just chemicals sitting in there. Like they're absorbed and like can be like used, but it's still really inefficient compared to lithium because that one is a lithium salt that just has electrons flowing. So it's easier to charge it too. So if you're gonna like, basically the point of these two is like they're the most common two choices you get when you're doing like solar or if you're doing car batteries or marine batteries and all that. Lithium is almost always the better option because it's just more advanced. It was invented a lot more recently. I think Sony was the first company to ever use it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese thing. So
And the weight savings is unreal.
yeah. Just if it's really if you're going to be like in very cold environments, you want to do AGM probably.
Yeah.
But it usually will take around 2 AGM batteries because they only go down to 50% to do the same amount of energy that a lithium ion can.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
find a way to keep your lithium ion batteries
warm,
in the cold.
but not too warm. Yeah.
Yeah, not too warm.
Put a blanket on them. Put a blanket on 'em.
Yeah, and they're just light so you can actually move them around.
Yeah. And they're not dangerous. Like you don't have lead acid is fucking lead acid. Like there's legit acid in the battery. And getting that shit on your skin is not good. Well, getting any sort of battery acid on your skin or clothes is not good.
Nah.
Working with cars, like, holy shit. The amount of people that come in and I have to check their battery and, like, it's just covered in blue fuzz. Like, it looks really good, looks delicious. I'm like, oh, rock candy. But that shit will burn a hole through your clothes so quickly. So if you guys, shout out to anybody who has a fuzzy battery that has blue fuzz on the battery, take hot water and pour it on that, and it'll kind of like wash it away.
Well, it's unplugged, right?
Doesn't matter.
Also, clean your
Okay.
grounds. So the grounds basically are like where the energy, what is it, like excess energy kind of?
Sure.
Sure.
I
it's
know
a place for it
car work
go.
on battery. I don't know how car work.
So if you
on
have a battery and it's like super blue with all that excess shit, you oftentimes the ground where the energy, so there's a black cable that goes to your car, that goes to the frame. It goes to the frame and gets distributed evenly around your car. So every time like you use your battery or you get jumped or something, I'm not sure when, but like your car actually takes the electrical charge and disperses it around itself. The metal
creates
bits.
a circuit.
Yeah. So clean your grounds so that instead of the battery acid getting compounded on the terminals, it'll actually spread around your car like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same process that like a ground from like a house goes to the actual ground to disperse the electricity into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You do it into the whole car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So clean that.
Yep. Take your leads off your battery one by one. You can take it off. Like usually is a 10 or 12 millimeter bolt. You can unscrew it and you just pop it off. Take some Scotch-Brite or the rough side of a sponge that you're not going to use again, and clean the inside of the terminal ring, and then clean the terminal itself. Just kind of scratch it up, make it so that the contact is metal on metal. Put it back on, tighten it down. Make sure you tighten down your battery cables. Holy shit. Do the same to the other. And then you can even find where the ground strap goes from the battery to your chassis, and unbolt it from your chassis and do the same thing. Kind of scrape that down so you got metal to metal contact. Got a good contact there. You're all good.
Okay, so for lithium ion, so normal batteries is just like a giant chamber with a bunch of cells, and you're recharging the electrodes essentially. And
Mhm.
lithium, there's individual packets, like 5 packets of the lithium, whatever whatever you're gonna do, cobalt, lithium, whatever. Each one discharges at different rates usually, and they're not always even. So when you're charging your lithium, you're not actually charging it. Like it has like infinite kind of like usage almost.
Mm.
When you're balancing it when you plug it in. So basically, you're trying to bring all the cells up to the same level. That's how you make them efficient. If your lithium battery isn't
Okay.
working, you're not really charging it. You're just like balancing it, all the cells out to the same level.
Right.
Some can be overcharged, some can be undercharged.
Because isn't it like you said, there's a graphite rod that has lithium like wrapped around it, almost, and you can don't do it, but you can take like a double A lithium battery, and you can cut the end off the cap and then take the lithium out and unroll it, and you've got a long strip of lithium and a graphite rod. Usually, that's the what did you say? Anode,
Yeah, cathodes and anodes.
cathode, and anode, and battery energy. Buzzwords.
So lithium, because when you're balancing it, lithium batteries kind of sit around 50%. They really do, like, because they balance themselves out usually if they're correctly balanced. So when you put them in for storage, you kind of want it to be at half charge because it'll naturally lose itself to half anyway, and that takes, I don't know, it's not as good for it. So 50% is like where lithium's happy, whereas AGM wants to be like at 100.
Okay.
So that's interesting too.
So storing is just balancing it at 50%
And then leaving it stored.
and leaving it.
You
Okay.
don't need to charge it. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, but basically they can last way longer than AGM. You can do like thousands of half charges, like your phone. Think about how long your phone battery lasts.
Yeah.
And like it does go down in health eventually, but it takes years of like a charge every single day, if not 2. Whereas like an AGM battery just wouldn't be able to do that. If your phone went below 50% and it was AGM, it would be dead. Like you couldn't really.
You're just
You'd
screwed.
have to trickle charge it, and then it would be like.
Well, also it would be fucking huge.
Yeah, you'd have a heavy, huge phone. So that lithium is like, it's the coolest one there is.
It's the way to do it.
That is it.
If
the
you need to
best
power your
one.
stuff, lithium ion. So I'm pretty sure that's what most of like power banks are nowadays too,
Yeah.
because of the weight and the power, like low weight, high power.
Yeah, the bank.
The power, like I can't remember what you have one, don't you?
Yeah,
Josh?
I have a couple power banks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
And
talking about my generator?
No, I'm talking about just like the bank thing.
The solar part.
Yeah. It just is lithium ion because it's still heavy because there's a lot in there. But like if you had a lead acid one, it'd be twice the size, if not more, and like 10 times the weight.
Almost everything we use is lithium.
Yeah.
If so, before the 70s, didn't really exist. So
Yeah.
imagine.
Hmm.
Imagine. Yeah, even if we had technology for cell phones, we still wouldn't be able to have cell phones. It'd be too much.
Wow.
So batteries are important. There's flow batteries, which are used in large scale energy storage systems, like vanadium redox flow batteries, solid state batteries. It's like a new emerging technology, which could be even more high energy dense.
Are those the ones that are super small too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's energy dense, then yeah.
Sodium ion is a new one that might be a potential alternative to lithium ion, used in large scale energy storage systems. And zinc air is used in hearing aids and some grid storage applications. Super high energy dense and environmentally friendly.
Zinc air, like AIR air.
AIR. So basically it's the sodium. It's either like sodium or lithium or zinc. It's just all these minerals. We still have to mine all this shit. So it's like, what can we find that's like not going to need to be mined as much too?
Yeah.
More efficient.
I would assume sodium.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, sodium's around.
Sodium's around.
It's around. Yeah, so I'm downtown last week.
Yeah.
Great guy. Super nice.
Yeah, Teslas are like, they do pay off after like 30,000 miles.
Which, I mean, that's
Not bad.
not bad.
But the first 30,000 miles of a Tesla is actually worse for the environment than gas-powered cars,
Yep.
making up for its own usage, mining lithium. So
Yeah. And people don't factor in the mining.
mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, well, I'm not dumping hydrocarbons into the air. It's like,
well, they got that lithium
how do you think-
by using hydrocarbons in their tractors.
exactly.
So
And if an electric car catches on fire, like you can't put it out.
no,
There's nothing you can do.
chemicals
You
just
can't
burning,
put
yeah.
water on it. It burns. I think they burn like 3 times hotter than a car does on regular.
yeah, no. Like I was
Gasoline?
saying, lithium ion is very flammable. So
Yeah.
if a Samsung battery can blow up, your car can blow up.
Yeah.
If it's not done, if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the array isn't correct, if they're not ran correctly in parallel or whatever. So.
There's I've taken apart a few electric cars, and there's usually, like, depending on where the fire is in the vehicle, there's a easily accessible strap that you either pull or disconnect or you cut, and it has like it's a big red wire that has like a fireman's picture on it, and it's for firemen to go cut to like hopefully stop the battery or the rest of the battery bank from catching on fire and
Damn.
unshorting and whatever. Yeah, but like if you got a Tesla and it's on fire, get away from
Get
it.
the fuck out of there.
But
Get a
also
whole
the fire
bunch of
department.
batteries.
Yeah, the fire department is just going to sit there and watch because
Yeah.
there's nothing they can do, and it could be days, and it could flare up again.
Because you
Like,
extinguish it, and it's like the source is still.
it's still
they're not going to drain the chemicals out of that. With
no, it's still ready to go. Like
Ugh.
it's sketchy. Yeah. So I like electric cars. I think they're cool, but
They don't pay off immediately though. It takes a while for the benefits to come through.
and don't buy a Tesla because Elon Musk sucks, and his cars are designed like shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you can get an older Tesla. I think pre 2018 is kind of where they started to see the dip. So,
Yeah.
and those cars are actually getting pretty cheap. Like some of the ones that started out at like 80,000 are now selling for like 20.
Yeah, but you buy like
24.
an old Tesla. Oh man, I just feel like they're gonna have so many issues, and you can only get it repaired at Tesla.
Yeah, so it really depends.
They do a lot of the updates over Wi-Fi though,
Yeah, that's true.
so a lot of problems can be fixed in your garage with you not doing anything, or you can press a button in your Tesla and it'll call like the call center or whatever, like, "Hey, my Tesla's doing this," and they'll be like, "Boop boop boop,
That's crazy, actually.
done."
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, can you read in my brakes? Boop beep beep.
Yeah.
Thanks. I need a new brake pads. They're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, we can't do that over the air. Actually, I have a couple buddies of mine work for,
mine.
I got a couple mine buddy. They work for Tesla and they love it because they're like the amount of cleanliness that every car that comes in is just insane. Like for some reason, Tesla drivers are really clean, but also you're not dumping chemicals all over yourself when you're working on an engine. They're like, it's so nice. I'm like, well,
Makes sense.
you have to worry about the fact that anything that's labeled with orange tape or orange plastic coating is high voltage and it won't shock you. It'll blow your fucking hand off. And they're like, yeah, there's that. You got to worry about that. But, you know, that's not so bad. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you touch the wrong thing and one of the batteries go poking around, it explodes.
I can
Or
see
you
that.
explode.
Yeah, because you're just like shorting the circuit.
Yeah. Through you,
Through
which
you.
is not a good way to do it.
Yeah, we don't really like getting shorted.
One of the first car jobs, auto jobs I had, I used to take batteries out of, like battery packs out of Priuses and some Hondas that are hybrids. And I would have to take the cells apart. Like it's a big cage that has written all over it, "Don't fucking touch me." And what do? I'd take it out of the car and touch it. And I would take apart each cell, and it's just like, a big stack of batteries. And you would test each cell with a load on it and then time to see like how good or bad the cell is. And then you find the bad cell, you take it out, put the new one in.
How big was each one?
It depends. Like on a Prius, they're kind of like, I would say 3 feet by maybe 2 feet, but the cells themselves were 8 inches.
So each little battery was like 8 inches.
8 inches by 8 inches wide by like an inch deep, and then 4 inches tall. So just like a little stack of batteries.
Mhm.
Batteries are confusing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
They're really weird because that same system, if you had one of those cells that got charged wrong or died or whatever, it would take out the whole bank. And so if you have one cell less, you can't drive your car.
That's so weird.
It would flip a code and it'd be like, nope, you're done. Like, well, okay. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't drive my car. They're like, no, you can't. Now I get to take it apart and maybe explode. Sick. Yeah. You go next?
Yeah, we done with the battery discussion.
It's kind of boring. I mean, unless I like, it is just spoken chemical terms and like.
So the positive flow goes into the cathode. It excites the electrons and then out the anode.
I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, that is boring.
It's boring as shit. It's chemistry.
Yeah, I didn't really like circuits anyway.
It's just circuits. It's just literally circuits and different chemicals with positive and negative ionic charges.
Keegan's probably
and
listening right now,
electrons.
and he's like, "Aw."
My brother's probably like
Damn
fucking
it.
kicking himself like, this guy's fucking idiot. He's
Oh
an
yeah,
electrician.
Cole, I know we're getting texts from
He's an
Cole.
electrician. He's probably like, dude,
You guys are so wrong
much
because
better."
blah, 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 blah.
I have no idea how any of this works. I just chose it because we were out dirt biking. And he's like, you got to balance your battery. And I was like, balance it?
It is pretty balanced.
I didn't know it was uneven.
I thought you just charge them and then they'd uncharge. You charge it again. No, it's
weighs
a bunch
the
of little
same.
cells that each have fluid in them that need to be balanced out.
Yeah.
You just got tilted a little bit.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
okay,
hold it.
balanced.
Take your battery out, put a level on it. There you go. Bubbles in the middle, good to go.
I asked how it feels, and it said it was happy and sad
Yeah.
equally.
So there you go.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, topic I'm bringing is going to college versus not going to college. So, start this off. Did you guys go to college?
Yep.
Technically, I went to technical college.
Technical college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to college as well. Got a bachelor's degree. and
Collage.
A minor.
I got a bachelor's degree as well.
Yeah.
So,
You got a certificate?
I shook somebody's hand at one point,
Oh, okay.
I skipped that
and they were
part.
like, "Congratulations."
They said, go sit here in 2 hours in the hot heat and humidity. And I said, no, I'm just going to fly back home.
I was the third person in line because we had two people that graduated from the auto body shop course, graduated in front of us, and then I was the first in line. And for us first three people, they didn't hand us the fake diplomas, and so
We're just like,
around there
"Hi."
somewhere, yeah, around there
Shaking
somewhere,
your
like they're supposed to hand you a diploma and then you take a picture. So I just like walk up and I'm like, 2 thumbs up, I guess. And it's the most awkward thing. And then they're like, oh shit, we should probably give these guys diplomas. And everybody else in BTC behind me got a diploma on stage and looked
Except
normal.
you?
Except me and 2 other people. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
I want a fake diploma. They sent me my real diploma and I threw it out.
Yeah, I don't know where mine is.
I didn't know what it was. I just wasn't thinking about it. Or wait, maybe I just left it in Hawaii, actually. One of the two. I don't have it.
So what do you do coke off of?
I only snort Pepsi.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I drink Coca-Cola out of a Pepsi glass.
Yeah, I'm like a Sierra Mist kind of guy.
Snort Sierra Mist.
I'm lying. I like coke.
Mountains.
I only like Sierra Mist batteries.
I like snorting Mountain Dew. Yeah, we can tell.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain D.
Oh god, that reminds me of a joke that I just listened to. Guy goes to a bank and he goes, "Hey, I'd like to take out $50." And the attendant goes, "Withdraw?" And he goes, "I'd like to take out $50."
Oh.
I think Josh was trying to do it with the drawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got draw.
I'd like to take out $50. That's
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
Yeah, feel free to use that and actually use a draw.
Drawl.
Draw.
Yeah, is it drawl?
Draw.
DRAWL.
Well,
Drawl.
it's still
Got that
spelled
Texas
draw,
drawl.
like drawing something.
I'd like to take out $50.
A drawl?
I'd like to take out
Is it
$50.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. So, roughly 2/3 of people, and when I say people, I'm just talking about mainly just the U.S.
People.
2/3 of people go to college. 45% of people get an associate's degree. 35% get a bachelor's degree. 13% get a master's.
Yeah.
No.
3.5% get a professional degree. And 2% get a doctorate.
What's a professional degree?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Anyways,
Because then you said doctorate, and I was like, wait, what's
Nobody fucking knows.
yeah, I
get it.
really don't know on a professional degree.
degree.
Yeah, should I look it up?
Above master's, below doctorate?
Let's look it up.
What
Professional,
is
Look
a
it
up.
professional degree. Oh, hey, it's like the second one down. Professional degree, formerly known in the U.S. as a first professional degree, is a degree that prepares someone to work in a particular profession, practice, or industry sector, often meeting the academic requirements for licensure or accreditation.
What?
I blacked out. What happened?
So they can work
Yeah, that's
like
about
the
it.
other degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Alright.
theirs is professional.
No, I'm professional. I also work for a living.
Yeah.
Keep going. That was boring. Sorry.
Hey, man.
Yeah, they require different qualifications, it looks like, and because of those qualifications, it just puts it into a different classification.
I'm a better master's.
Basically, yeah, because it can be either bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. So
A doctorate.
weird.
Doctorate.
The majority of people who have a bachelor's degree or higher live in Massachusetts, with 46% of residents having at least a bachelor's or above.
Damn.
Yeah, so-
Including like kids.
Like little 5-year-olds.
I'm actually a doctor.
Like, Jesus, man.
All the adults have doctorates.
that's Dr. Young.
Half of the kids have
That's
masters.
Dr. Young Man to you.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be anyone above the age of 25.
That's crazy, man.
All right, I'm going to go find a wife in Massachusetts.
Yeah, another state, Colorado, had I think like 42
Colorado.
or 44.
It's Colorado.
Colorado.
My friend Claire would kick me.
Well, she can kick me if she
Colorado.
wants.
She's
That's fine.
from Colorado. I was like, yeah, Colorado. And she's like, I'll fucking fight you. It's Colorado.
It's like okay, you can just call us Washington if you want to get
Yeah.
back at us.
Washington. I like that. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
What's
we
that?
play with wheelbarrows.
I've also met people from Colorado who say Colorado.
Well, they're not true Coloradans.
They're not ratted.
Yeah, they're not rad as fuck, boy.
So
Off
when-
topic again.
When I first thought about this, the real question I wanted to kind of answer is, what is the best choice for someone to go to college? You know, it seems like, especially when we were growing up in the early 2000s and even in the 2010s, that college was really pushed upon people. This is something that you need to do, or you're going to end up like the garbage man, which
Yeah.
they don't tell you the garbage man makes a lot of money.
Hell, they made a fart load of money.
Yeah, and they got good benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money at college and don't use my degree because no one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares about marine science and marine biology.
Yeah.
A specialization in tropical marine biology.
There's fish in there. Good.
Good.
You're
very
hired.
good. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Who the fuck cares? Okay.
That's an angelfish. That's a clown.
You know when you do
fish.
transects of the ocean benthic layer and you look at and you see how many types of coral per meter there are and different types of speciations between them. No one gives a shit.
No,
No one's gonna pay you to say that stuff.
Coral's dying.
Yeah.
It's like, we know.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Okay, well, I
Meanwhile-
want to save it. I don't think we even care about that either.
No.
Oh no, no. Is there money? Is there money in this? Does the coral gonna pay you?
Yeah. How am I gonna
No.
make money out of this?
How does this correlate to us making money?
How does it correlate? That's good.
You're fishing here. Shut up, Keenan. Keep going.
Shut up. Keith.
So, major factors to consider on whether going to college or not. What are your career goals? Does the school you want to go to offer a strong program in your area of interest? Factoring the overall cost, will it be a benefit in the long run? So going off that first one, to live, you need money, which for most people will tie them to a career of some type. College is a great way to
Maybe.
get into the career you want to do. Huh?
My uncle got his PhD.
Yeah?
Yeah, his post-hole digging certificate.
You need a
You
certificate?
said that before. I knew you were doing that.
Well, I'm like,
A few episodes ago, you were like, my uncle got his post-hole digging certificate.
did he? Did I
yes,
really?
You've said that.
All right. Well,
Huh.
fuck me then.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
All right.
was a stonemason. Never went to college, and
So
has
that's
like a
PhD.
$6 million house on a mountain that he
Yeah.
built.
Yeah.
It's not the
Dude.
greatest quality house. I mean, half of it's fallen off the mountain, but still $6 million. So that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Even like 3 million, pretty bad.
Yeah, so I mean, any sort of million.
Kind of
would be
millions,
kinda
just
sick.
millions are just pretty badass.
Yeah.
If I could go back, I don't know if I would have gone to college.
Yeah,
There's so
that is
many
definitely
Avenues.
something that people find is, and that's actually something I'll probably get into, is that knowing that like the jobs that come with your degree, how much money they make is a big deal. Because if you're going to college and you're getting a degree and you really like the stuff that you're doing, but you don't make a whole lot of money, you invested a lot of money for not that good of a benefit, and
Yeah.
it can drown you.
Yeah. I have no student debt whatsoever.
I have a lot.
Like my first year of being a mechanic, it was paid off already.
Yeah.
And
I have not used my degree at all to pay off the degree that I have, which sucks. My degree is very much, unless I get a master's, it's just pretty useless.
Mm.
I can make minimum wage doing entry-level jobs. And as a bartender, I'm making much more than that. And it's just like, especially in Bellingham, it's like, I don't know how the hell I could afford to live here and comfortably and do the things I do, the hobbies I have, doing something in my field, you know?
yeah.
Like, I've talked to people who do things like that, and they're like, yeah, I make like $30 an hour. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? 15 years. Like, fuck, dude, I make more than you,
Sweet.
and I've been bartending, and I'm chilling. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, you know? So-
Shout out to trade schools, man.
yeah, I know.
Like,
so,
You want a job that has job security and you're going to get money right away.
yeah.
And with BTC, they do, like, when you graduate, there's people there to shake your hand and be like, hi, work for me.
Exactly, because they need
So
you.
you're guaranteed a fucking job.
Yeah, and I lost the 5 years. I took 5 because I studied abroad. I lost that time to get out of college and work and make the connections. So not only did I go into debt, I wasn't working most of the time.
Yeah.
And when I did work, it was to help pay for school. So
Mhm.
I could have been working to make money, been 5 years richer, and developed more of a career. And I would have stayed here probably, which means I wouldn't have left and never had a chance to develop those connections of 5 years. So when I
Mhm.
came back, I was broke as shit, had a degree that was pretty useless, and had no connections. So if I didn't go to college, I don't know. Like, I would have had a lot of time and, more money to, find my passion too. Because as soon as you go out of high school and you're like, go to college, and you choose something, you're like, I don't fucking know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say all great points. Knowing what you want to be doing as a career, like I said, is a really big factor
Yeah.
on if college is right for you. Because, Coley, we've discussed how you don't really care about
B?
like math and stuff. And
I don't know. It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't understand it.
I think we said the same thing.
Sure. Fuck math.
So, a career in STEM is probably not your forte, but you
I don't even
would-
know what that is.
Science, technology, education, mathematics.
Yeah.
Definitely not the M part.
So, college probably wasn't going to be a good choice for you, and going right into something of the trades, which is something that you actually do enjoy.
Yep.
That was a good choice for you.
I don't work
I
with my
do
hands.
like the things I learned are awesome, irreplaceable. I got to study abroad. I got to meet cool people. I traveled. I had really good teachers who taught me some things, and I got a lot of valuable skills. And oftentimes, I'll just find myself like saying things like, "Oh shit, I remember that," or
Mhm.
using my deduction skills and rational skills that I've learned in college.
Mhm.
So that's cool. Like I did gain that, and I do feel smarter, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
because of
it's
it.
not just marine biology.
No, it's college. Like
Yeah.
I feel more, you know,
Smarterer.
book smart. I am more book smart.
Well versed.
I know how to make not this episode, but I know how to research. I know how to like, you know, I have like this itch to always have like new knowledge, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, which is definitely something that you would need to succeed in college, is having that kind of growth mindset, to be learning more and to be just always pushing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to the topic, the type of school you go to is super important. If the school you like doesn't have a good program for your field, your odds of success going to school and eventually joining the working world are against you. So I kind of lucked out. I didn't really do the research into the fields that I was going into. A lot of people in my field kind of know about it. We just had a team meeting, and some of the interns are like, "Oh yeah, my parents work in the same field." So I was like, "Well, I want to do that." My mom and dad drove trucks, so that's not in my field.
Did they drive truck?
Oh, they drove truck.
You ever hear that? Why do people say, "Do you know how to drive truck"? Why is it drive truck?
It's like drive stick.
Yeah, but it's drive a truck.
Well, you say drive a stick, but you also say, you know how to drive stick?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. They just get rid of the A. Why do you need it?
Who needs A's?
I think it sounds stupid.
Batteries. Batteries need A's. You have A, I, A,
And D.
and D.
And C.
Is
Is there a B type?
Yeah, B
There probably
batteries.
is.
B batteries.
There's B batteries?
The batteries.
Batteries themselves are B's. You can't have B batteries.
Well, maybe you can have duh batteries.
The battery.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I got lucky
fun.
that the school that I chose also had a really good program.
You know, I almost, Gonzaga, I had like a 3-quarter ride academic scholarship there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Turned it down
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
to go to Hawaii. 'Cause I was
Worth
like,
it.
That's stupid. I can't live over there. I could have sucked it up and done it.
Yeah, Spokane's really not that bad.
And I was going to do engineering there too.
Oh.
Which is, we would have been in the same classes. Oh my God.
So, Josh, my question for you is: if you had the choice, would you go back and do like university like you did previously, or would you do something else like a trade or
That's a good question.
pick an entire topic completely?
Yeah, I think for me personally, going to college was a good call. I feel like high school I wasn't really tested. There were times where I did feel a little bit tested, but overall I felt like I could wing most things.
Yeah.
And so going into college, that was a big wake-up call that there are a lot of things to learn, and if I really want to learn, I'm going to have to buckle down and get to it.
Yeah, you're incredibly book smart and like theory smart. I mean, shit, you do engineering, like that shit's insane. I know I can dig a hole pretty good.
Tell me what to dig and I'll dig it.
I can hit a car with a hammer and make it work.
Yeah. So would I have gone back to college? Yeah, I think I would be the same thing. I probably would have picked a different route in college because I do love the engineering that I do. I design roads and stuff for those of you that don't know, and I as much as I do enjoy it, I feel like I could have spent my time a little bit better. I feel like computer science would have been a little bit more up to my forte. Also, the fact that my brother's like, hey, you go to this coding camp for 3 to 6 months and you'll make like, almost 6 figures out the gate with benefits.
Damn.
I almost
was
did
like-
that when I came back. A
Yeah.
coding camp, yeah.
Still could.
Yeah,
Wanna do it
the
together?
job market right now is kind of ass,
I
but
don't know.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at that because I was like, well, my degree sucks because I applied to like literally 65 jobs and heard back from like 4.
jeez.
And then once I emailed them back, I heard back from 1 and I got 1 interview. And then they just didn't reply. So I was like, wow,
Damn.
this sucks. Yeah.
Damn.
If I could go back, I would still go to college, but I would choose the path that I always wanted to choose, originally I really wanted to go to Dodge, which is a college in Chapman for film school.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
I wanted to do that, and I was talked into doing a science because it pays better.
And then you don't do it.
You know what? Like, if you don't follow your passions, like, why you're not gonna want to do it. So
Yeah, then it just becomes a job.
and now my hobbies are making videos. Go fucking figure. So
Yeah.
if I could go back, I would say no. I'm doing what I want, and I would do that and see what happens. And if I failed, at least I would have tried doing what I wanted
Yeah.
first. Because now I'm like, well, fucking, I did what I didn't really want to do, and I had fun. But you know, I get back and I'm like out of school again, and I have free will, and I'm like, I don't really care about that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
do what you want to do. It's important.
It is really important.
Your gut drives you. Drives you like a truck.
I like drive truck.
Like truck.
I like truck and I drive.
Yeah.
Like stick truck.
Or there's the complete opposite. Like my friend, well, you guys all know him, Corey. We went to high school with him. I grew up with him. He was always horrible in school. I mean, he never had a good GPA. Like me, it was just shit. Not stupid. He was just like, I don't want to fucking do this. Now he works for a construction company and makes $165,000 a year digging holes.
Yeah.
And he
Fuck
fucking
it.
loves it. He's just like, I drive a excavator and I dig holes and I do manual labor, and he doesn't sleep ever, which is weird. But he's like, yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, go to work, and then come back at like, I don't know, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And go to sleep for like an hour and then go to work again.
If you do a trade and you like just hustle at it, you're gonna make money.
Yeah. Well, he's just he can't sit still.
Yeah.
He has to do something. And so that was fucking perfect for him. Like if he sat in an office job, he would have jumped off the building years ago. But since he's like, I'm constantly running around. If someone's like, hey, I need this, he literally sprints to do it because he has so much fucking energy.
Yeah.
So if people are listening, you have kids or will have kids or know people that are like that, give them a shovel.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, we need infrastructure.
Yeah, we definitely need people that are working in the trades, which, you know, that's one thing that I wanted to get to later, is just the emphasis that, college isn't the only path.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
But continuing on, like I said, one thing you have to really consider is the cost of going to school, which the main cost of just school itself is tuition, books, lab fees, equipment for courses. And then, of course, there's the living expenses, because if you're going for a bachelor's degree, most of the time it takes about 4 years. So you need 4 years of rent, you need 4 years of food, you need 4 years of entertainment, you need 4 years of transportation. Some of that can be covered through grants and scholarships, but that really is based on how driven you are, and then also how much you really put the effort into high school, because some of those scholarships and things really only go to the people that really put it in, get the 4.0s and doing all the extra things. But also at the same time, you see a scholarship, just apply for it. Most of the time, it could be like a quick essay or something, and they're like, wow, we got 2 applications. We got one from Doo-Doo Fuckhead, and we got one from Brad.
That's me. I'm the doo-doo fuckhead one.
There was one I saw when I was going to college.
Let me in because I'm smart.
There was one that was like, it was a scholarship for like 3 or 4K, and it was like, who can make the best duct taped outfit?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
The fuck? But I mean, I didn't do it because I was like,
It was for prom
Was that what that was?
from the duct tape company.
Yeah, it was like an
Yeah, they do it
actual-
every year.
Okay, that's an actual scholarship.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's free advertising. So many people are going to try and do it, put it on social media, and they're like, hey, look at me. And you only have to pick one.
I mean, right now, so I came from low income, so I got a bunch of like Pell Grants and low income grants and some pretty good loans, that low percentages. And I still have those loans because they're at 4.5% or lower. I just consolidated all of them, and I'm investing in stocks, which are like 10 to 15, right? So I'm not paying off my loan. There's not much point to. So, I mean, loans are a good option, honestly. Like, and theoretically, I think in like less than 10 years, they'll be waived for me, like most of it. because of Biden's something save
Hopefully.
plan.
Yeah, the SAVE program.
If it stays, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of on the rocks right now with the courts.
So and then especially too, if you like get a job post college that's like in the public health sector or like environmental agencies, there's certain things
government basically.
Yeah, government that they will like waive your loans.
Yeah.
Because you're doing like service work for the government.
Yep.
So.
And that's always been around.
Yeah.
Not even like, and it was kind of crazy. Just a lot of people didn't really know about it, and the government could have just been like, "Yeah, your loan's waived," but they didn't do that because the loan companies were like, "But money."
Yeah.
And then
It's
Biden was
fucked
like, "Yeah, no, waive." And so when you hear in the news like Biden waived 40 billion of student loan debt, is because the government could have, and they just never did.
Exactly. They
Okay.
just waited for the borrower to say something.
Yeah.
Whereas it was like their job to actually just waive it. So Biden was like, he didn't just like fine 40 billion, which is what conservatives say. Where'd that 40 billion come from? It's always been
there.
Yeah.
He just said, why are we not telling these kids?
Yeah.
And did it.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, back to the expenses of college. When you consider all these expenses, you also have to look at any money you would have gotten starting a career that doesn't require a degree. Over the time that you spend in school, if you had started working instead, you would have a sizable nest egg compared to the debt gained in college.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you ever played the game of life, if you go to college, you usually start out with a loan that's like $100,000 or something. So you're already out the gate in negative money. Whereas someone that just went and started a career goes on with their career.
Yeah.
Usually though, the prospects of having a degree can get you more money, which I'll go into in a bit later. But I want to go on average how much a 4-year bachelor's degree costs these days. So and this is for like all the living expenses and everything. If you are going to an in-state public school, it's going to cost you on average $104,000. If you go to a private for-profit school, $131,600 for your 4-year bachelor's degree.
Damn.
And then finally, if you go to a private nonprofit school, it's going to cost you $223,200.
Jesus.
Which is why schools like Gonzaga will give kids a really big scholarship, and like, because you said you had like 3/4, their tuition is also a lot more than a state-funded school. And so even if you get a big scholarship, you might be paying the same without a scholarship going to a state school.
I think because I went to University of Hawaii, Hilo, which is a satellite campus, so it was actually pretty cheap. And I did my first year as an out-of-state payment, but then I got my residency, and so my last 3 years were residency rates, and it actually came out to the same price, roughly, as that quarter of Gonzaga would have, even because it was in-state. So yeah, I mean, roughly the same price anyway. But.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that you have to heavily consider, not just the cost of college, but the cost of not going to college and starting in a career.
It's like as soon as you get out of high school, they're like, all right, it's like the stress of buying a home.
Basically.
Getting the loans, figuring out like what rates are going to be, like finding lenders and
That was my issue. Like
it's
right out of high school, I was like, I'm kind of dumb and I don't think I should make this decision that's going to be the rest of my life right now.
It's
like,
smart.
So I went to work. I just was like, I like cars. I'm going to go work in an auto shop. And I did. And I was making money while trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do.
Smart. Like in Germany, it's standard practice in a lot of Europe to have a gap year. You graduate high school, you have a year. You just take a gap year. That's like standard practice. And colleges over here, if you take that year off, you don't get the financial things that you do. Like you have to apply to the FAFSA like immediately here.
Yeah.
To like get the same kind of benefits. If you wait a year, like you don't get as good of benefits.
It's so stressful.
It's so stupid. And then in Europe, they get a gap year. They literally are given a gap year. That's like standard practice to figure out what they want to do, to travel, and to find the college they want.
Yeah.
If they want.
Yeah.
So it's pushed pretty hard here, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. So I want to go back to, this was a lot of college talks. Let's go back to working versus going to school. There are a lot of jobs that can give great pay without a degree. I think in an earlier episode, I talked about the jobs of college and non-college people. And, the ones that do pay well, they do usually require, if it's not college, like a specialty course or some kind of certification, like commercial's driver's license or like a flagger certification. But some of those things don't take a whole lot of time, and sometimes they even pay you while you're getting those certifications.
I don't think home inspectors get paid to do it, but home inspectors like a couple months of schooling, and then you can just own your own home inspection company and do all your own work.
Yeah.
Like super, super quick. Then you get the certificates and all that. You're good to go. So
Yeah.
be a fun one.
Yeah, there is a lot of jobs like that. And, you know, a lot of times people will look at jobs that don't require degrees are usually manual labor jobs, and those can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But there is a cost-benefit analysis of, you know, it's manual labor. It's hard on your body.
Yeah.
It can make you have health complications sooner in life or get you into a more hazardous position. There are jobs that don't require that manual labor aspect. And some of them can do, like, they can pay pretty well. You just have to be looking for them. And, you know, a lot of times it is networking.
Yeah.
Inside and outside of college, networking is a really big thing when it comes to getting a good paying job.
Yeah. And that can be difficult for some people,
Yes.
depending on who they are, their environment, their situation they're in. Like,
Yeah, their upbringing.
Yeah.
And,
that can be difficult. I
yeah.
think it's kind of lame to do it that way, but 'tis what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you want to work with people. I've been hearing it lately. It's the personality hire. They're not necessarily great at their job, but their personality really brings in the energy for the other people that actually can do the work.
Yeah. That is very helpful. Working with like-minded people, sure.
Yeah,
If you do, it sucks if you have a great paying job and it's awesome and you like what you do, but holy shit, your coworkers are dumb as rocks. Like, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
So yeah, if you went to college or start a career, you'll most likely have living expenses. So both of those paths in reality are going to cost roughly the same for that portion. When you go right into working, you don't have to worry about the school costs. Funny how that works. Within 4 years of working somewhere, you will most likely be making more money than when you started. And if you had the chance to make investments, those have grown too, meaning you are more prepared for the future compared to someone that went to college for 4 years. While you're working, you also have money to go do things compared to someone in college. More entertainment, more toys, more fun.
I like fun.
Yeah, fun's good. I was
Fun's
lucky
fun.
enough that I had help from my parents that I didn't have to work while I was in college. Did I get to do whatever I wanted and buy whatever I want? No. No. I did have a roommate that was in that situation where, oh my God, I remember one time I didn't like this guy. I hated him.
Shout out to, what's his name?
No,
Kidding.
he doesn't deserve. But
God damn.
Damn, you did not like this guy.
oh no, I've gone on rants. I think with both of you probably about him.
Oh, yeah. All right. So subscribe to our Patreon that we don't have yet to find out who we're talking about and help us beat his ass.
But like I remember he was on a phone call with his mom, and he's like, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I needed new clothes for school. No, I'm sorry. I know it was $800 in 1 week. I know
What?
Yeah, he spent $800 on clothes in 1 week.
Boy,
Mom, Balenciaga's in.
none of that shit looks
Fuck.
good. None of that shit looks good.
Oh, I owe you $20 for a shirt still.
You owe me more than that.
25.
Yeah. Not that much more, but you did.
A lot more.
Yeah.
25. Yeah, 25.
So that's 25.
I'll get you. I'll Venmo you right now.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Thanks, B.
so what are some benefits that college doers have over those who didn't? And so this is some of the things that I found. On average, those with degrees earn more money.
Degrees make G's.
Degrees make some G's. Less employment rate, meaning less people with degrees are looking for work.
Yeah.
It means that if you have a degree, there's a higher chance that you'll have a job. Not for every single one. Keenan, you spoke on yourself. A guy that I went to college with, he had a mechanical engineering degree. when we got out of college, there was like nothing on the market. So it took him a couple of years to be able to find a job.
For mechanical engineering?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, I could get a job with my degree. I
Yeah.
could get a very low level environmental job.
Yeah.
But you'd be wet all the time.
But and even those I've applied for, and I'm like, oh fuck, man. I don't know, but God, I have this life where I make what I make and I have fun doing it. And if I took one of those jobs, I'd have to change my whole life and like not have fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is definitely
Sucks.
a toss up of having that, the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
And it may be for a couple years that you have to live like that. Like you have to give up some freedoms, but then you'll have more opportunities once you're
probably.
making them
Just gotta suck
average dollars.
Yeah.
it up. Either that or I can just find a job that pays a lot, not in my degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also
Yeah, at this point, honestly, man, I wish I would have stuck with my passion. All your kids out there, stick with your passion, man. If you like blowing shit up, fuck, do it.
What did you say?
Blowing shit up.
blowing shit
Oh,
up.
blown. I thought you said like bones. I
If you
was
like bones,
If you
go
like
dig it up.
bones, shit.
I always
Shit.
wanted to be a paleontologist.
Yeah,
a
that'd be cool.
paleontologist. A paleontologist. What's up with that? I really wanted to do that for a while.
Jerry?
What?
Jerry Seinfeld?
What?
Is that you?
Yeah.
My God.
Hey, get away from that 17-year-old Jerry. No, Jerry, no.
What?
He dated a 17-year-old when he was 35.
Oh.
This is consensual.
I'm sure every episode was filmed in front of a live audience. It's cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sometimes they even go out in the streets of New York and they're like, all right, people, shh.
No.
Shut up, we're
okay,
filming.
I read about it because I was bored. I don't know. It just kind of came up. So
That's such a good show,
They
though.
they filmed all the scenes in the studio. If it was like a street scene or whatever, they would just bring a TV out and show that scene to the audience. So they had a cohesion to the story. They saw it the same way we did.
Damn.
It was cool. And all the laugh tracks were authentic. They didn't like have cue cards or anything. And
This is Seinfeld we're talking about.
yes, and they had like I guess most shows do this, but they had like a guy come on that like kept people warmed up during the breaks and stuff. And before the episode, they'd get him warmed up on some comedy routines, and like everyone would be all like in a good mood. If it took too long, they'd like bring him dinner and stuff.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
cool.
I wanted. Yeah, I'm like people used to. Their jobs used to be to go do these audience sit-ins and like
Huh.
to shows. They'd do that like for part time,
That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
right? If you live in LA, like that's
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, back to the college doers and their benefits. On average, jobs that require a degree are more resilient during recessions. My job during the 2008 recession, they lost a small percentage of workers, but quickly gained them back after the recession had ended and have been able to grow kind of exponentially since. A lot of jobs that got hit during the 2008 recession were those that didn't require a degree. They had to cut costs somewhere, and they put it onto the lower paid workers.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of them. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, we were 2008. We
were
were
in
like
8th grade.
13.
Yeah.
that was the year that I almost put $1,000 in Bitcoin.
Nice. You should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my
Idiot.
savings.
If I could go back in
was
time,
about
go to
do it,
college.
and I got talked out of it.
If I go back to college, I wouldn't.
I would have.
I'd put money in
invested
Bitcoin.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
what everyone thinks.
Why would that be my choice?
Yeah, I do that or in GameStop.
There you go.
That's it.
Other statistics show that those with degrees have better health, more personal growth, and are more likely to own a home.
Neat.
Is that paid for studies? Like, how do we know that?
I don't
Better
know, man. I
health?
just Google.
Hey, if you spend money and go to colleges, these fucking idiots, you're healthier. You get a house sooner, even though you spent $5,000 a year going to, or $5,000 a semester going here.
I
Yeah.
think it's just more of like the people that go to
like
college. Like if you're going to college, you have money. If you have money, you can be healthier.
Maybe.
A lot of the people I know that aren't really that healthy don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true.
More personal growth. The people that have money can go and do the hobbies that they like to do. They can go get therapy. They can do, get into crystals if they like.
They can make a salt lamp or whatever.
Yeah. And then more likely to own a home. If you make more money, that means you're able to borrow more money and therefore buy a house.
Depends on the kind of house you want. Maybe somebody's okay with living in a box.
They're all boxes.
Well, I mean, like cardboard box by a
Life's
dumpster.
a box,
okay.
dude.
Like, have you seen
Lifeline
refrigerator
Giant box.
boxes?
They're big.
They're sick.
I've seen a
Wait.
fridge.
Yeah.
My fridge didn't come in a box. I was a little mad.
What'd it come in?
Oh yeah, it didn't. They just,
No, they just delivered it.
it's just like plastic wrap.
That's okay,
Yeah.
because then you have to get rid of the box.
But that's the ultimate fort.
Yeah.
They're so sick.
Oh.
Think about it. We could have been podcasting in a box, but no, we have to do it in this tiny home
Box.
thing.
A more elaborate box.
Fancy box.
It don't got insulation. Actually, it might. I don't know. I
Oh,
haven't
it
poked
totally
It's
it
got
totally
insulation.
does.
It'd be fucking freezing if it didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It gets cold. Why do we have the heater on? Cold.
Because it gets cold. But
Yeah.
But there's no heat. Like, we don't have central air in here.
I don't know. I think we're kind of hot. So,
Never mind.
even with a degree, things aren't guaranteed.
We are hot though.
The job market could be barren.
okay.
The job you get into might not be a good paying one. You might find it isn't what you want to be doing, but you have sunk so much time and money into it that if you stop now, you'll never be able to forgive yourself.
Me.
Panic sets in.
It might not be needed for the job you're doing afterwards.
Wasn't.
That's why you have to research early on what you'll be getting into.
Super young.
Yeah, like when you're 6.
I did learn how to scuba dive, and I did that a lot, but now I don't.
I learned how to not fall off my bike.
There you go.
Yeah. Do I apply that to jobs today? Nope.
There was a guy that
Might be able to.
that dropped off a resume at our restaurant, and one of the descriptions was he was a aluminum. He basically did CNC work with lasers, and one of his bullet points was worked with small wooden pieces.
What?
That's what he said in his resume. What? I know. I was like, dude, what?
I guess for like a CNC type job.
Yeah, but like this is a restaurant.
yeah.
1, 2. I don't even know if anyone would like. That's not something you put.
I don't think I would do that.
That's also something, I guess, a little bit outside of what I'm talking about. Oh, kind of inside of what I'm talking about.
Good.
You need to craft your resume
For what you're doing.
for what you're doing.
I worked with small wooden pieces. Cool. Can you serve?
Yeah. Can you spell?
You don't seem like you're good with people.
Yeah. He's good with wooden
Hey
pieces.
guys, do you
No.
want some food? I know how to work with very small pieces of wood.
he just brings the chopsticks and then just like cracks them open.
Yeah, I'm like, what
See?
the fuck does that mean?
Small wood. Puts it down. They're like, I ordered like an hour ago. Okay. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do you guys need more chopsticks?
I'm really good with that.
No. 30 fucking pairs of chopsticks. Like, stop.
Just barricades them in with chopsticks. But yeah, that's kind of what I had on colleges and going or not going. Honestly, you can still have a good life without going to college. And if people are pressuring you to go to college and it doesn't really feel like it's for you, look into seeing if you can take a gap year.
Everyone takes a gap year.
Take
That's so smart.
Your time.
Take a year to
Yeah.
fucking figure it out, bud.
Because going from high school to nothing, I mean, it's a huge transition, and you need more than just the summer months to be
Yeah.
able to figure it
I
out.
switched degrees in college, and then I almost switched degrees again, and I was just like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I wasn't ready for this. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that could have been avoided if I just did what I wanted in the first place. So that's my biggest thing. Like, college is cool if you know what you want to do. Do it. Don't fucking let anybody tell you all otherwise.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do. But
Yeah.
doing that year gap year, focus on other things too, like
Yeah.
how to fucking live, how to pay bills, how to clean your house, how to take care of yourself.
Or
like,
travel for a year, because
or
you never know
travel.
when you'll be able to.
Exactly. Like, it's not just don't spend your whole time like either having fun and not caring about college at all, or spending all of your time caring about college. Like, there's other shit that you need to do to be alive. So
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Read
Once
a
you're
book.
out of the school, the first 20 years of your life of school, you realize life's a lot bigger than just school.
Yeah.
So it's a school of life, baby.
I don't have my mom to drive me anymore. I mean, she could. I drive her though, because that's what good sons
drive her
do.
nuts.
Drive what? I drive her nuts. Oh yeah.
Okay, what's up? What are you doing?
Yeah. Speaking of nuts,
I was gonna say, speaking of nuts,
Speaking of absolutely bonkers,
some birds like nuts.
cashews.
Maybe.
don't make me cashew.
I'll cash you outside.
How about that?
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
Damn, all this smiling is gonna give me crow's feet.
I'm gonna kill something.
Jesus, I thought that was good. That's good.
Sorry, it was just immediate.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to transition. Damn it.
Start
Excellent.
talking, Cooley.
Excellent transition. I kind of don't, just to see how much tension. I know
God.
Josh is just going to keep coming up with puns, and you're going to be like, somebody's going to die.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, a murder.
Yeah. Is there going to be a murder?
God.
Crows and ravens, y'all. You know
Same
about
thing.
them?
They're the same thing. What are you talking about?
What? Oh,
They're the exact same thing.
They're both.
Um,
Maybe you think that at the beginning, but once I'm finally able to read,
Are
this
you saying
shit,
they're like really similar but a little different?
they're similar but different?
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is the similarity is both ravens and crows are black birds with black feathers and black beaks. They're the same. Both come from the Corvidae family, birds,
Ooh, Corvin.
black birds. And at first glance, they may seem like, as you said, they are the same. But big old but.
I love butts. Big ones.
If you know what to look for, which I'll tell you, you can see the differences. Starting off with their size. Ravens tend to be bigger, averaging around 24 inches and 2 pounds. And
24 inches tall.
yeah,
2 feet tall.
24 inches
That's big as hell.
big.
It's a big ass bird.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
ravens
big
are
bird.
big.
It's a
Ravens
big
are fucking big.
bird.
When I first wrote this script, I accidentally
Script.
yeah, because it's a script.
Not notes.
Not notes. It's a full on
This is
script.
script.
This is a story. If you read this, this is a story.
Enter stage left.
Yeah. Then when I first rewrote the first page, I wrote it down as 21 pounds for the bird, and I was like, 24 inches and 21 pounds.
That's a fat
That's
ass
a
bird.
fucking huge bird.
It's made out of metal.
Yeah. No, they're not. They're 2 pounds.
Oh.
Whereas crows are around 17 inches, so a little bit shorter, and just about a pound.
Damn.
Yes.
Only 5 inches less, but a whole pound less. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Crows are usually thinner around,
7 inches less.
but I'll talk about it. Size and shape. The size and
That's
shape
hard.
of their beaks differ as well. Ravens have a thicker beak that curves down towards the end at the tip, compared to crows, which have a thinner beak with no curve. Both have feathers on their beaks, though, kind of looks like a beard or like a mustache.
Oh, a
Like
little
where-
tuft at the top.
Yeah, like with a tuft. But ravens, the beak feathers are longer and kind of shaggy and unkempt looking, or crows have a thinner, more clean feathers, and they're kind of tidy. They're harder to see, which I knew that ravens had the foofy ones on their face, but I didn't really know that crows did because they're so streamlined with their beaks. They kind
Yeah.
of just blend in.
Huh.
Yeah. Due to the size difference, ravens have a larger 1.5 meter wingspan compared to the smaller 0.75 meter span of the crow.
Double the size.
Yeah. They're
So they're only 7 inches taller, but they're double the size.
They're pretty
Width wise.
yes.
And twice the weight.
Another way to distinguish crows from ravens is their wing pattern. If the wings are long and spread out like fingers when they're soaring, that's a raven. They're very spaced. I'm trying to do this with the camera. They're gapped out. If the wingtips are shorter and ruffled and tighter together, that's going to be a crow. Their tails, you can also tell difference between the tails. They differ as well.
You
The
can also tell the difference. They differ as well. If you look at them, you can tell the difference too. Also,
Can you tell that I wrote a lot of filler? Raven's tails, I lost my place. Raven's tails are longer with the diamond shape at the end, so it looks like if you're looking at them from above, it looks like they have longer tails in the middle. So it creates a diamond pattern on the
I've
end.
never seen one from above.
Well, you're
yeah,
missing
usually
out.
not above them.
I've never been
Okay,
above a bird
underneath
unless
then.
it's like
I guess you can't jump that high, loser.
you can't triple jump. Fucking loser.
Wow, dude, jeez. Gotta unlock that. Crows' tails are shorter with a more fan-shaped squared off end, so they don't have that longer look in the middle. It's just kind of like a burp, like a half semicircle sort of thing. I already said that. Yep. Gotcha. Both ravens and crows communicate and are highly intelligent, unlike this podcast. They
Hey.
I got that.
okay, fine. Unlike me, I won't insult you guys. They use caws to talk to one another. These calls differentiate between two species. Though crows have a higher pitched caw compared to the deeper bellow of a raven. Crows, scientifically speaking, crows caw, C-A-W, where ravens croak.
Do it.
I can't do a crow because I can't get that high, but ravens like a oh, oh, oh,
Do a crow.
oh. I can't do a
it.
crow.
Try it.
It's scary.
Do it.
Ha!
Thank you.
Ha!
Nice.
Thanks.
It's not raspy enough. Ha! Ha!
Yeah, they're raspers.
They're pretty raspy. Yeah, they smoke a lot. Ravens and crows are both omnivores and scavengers, though they do have different preferences in food, which I think is kind of weird. Ravens prefer to feast on small animals, mice, frogs, worms, snakes, lizards.
Humans.
Very, very small humans. Little pieces of wood, actually. And crows prefer seeds and fruits.
Oh.
Yeah. They do eat worms and small lizards and stuff, but they kind of prefer more a vegetarian diet.
Yeah, I mean, as you're describing their beaks, that kind of makes sense with the raven having the downturn to be able to kind of like scrape.
Oh, inquisitive.
They can scrape and they can cut through flesh
Yeah.
easier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, berry flesh.
Yes.
Okay.
The flesh
like,
of
what?
the poor
It's seeds, man.
berry. No, ravens
Berry flesh.
eat mice's
Mouses.
flesh.
Ravens.
Ravens. That's what I said.
Crows. Okay.
I'm talking about both of them.
God, it's so similar but a little different.
Exactly. Though they both have been seen feeding on garbage in urban areas, this isn't their main diet, of course. But like
Garbage is their main diet.
they like eating macaroni and microwave macaroni.
Trash birds.
And Chaz burgers?
Trash birds.
Oh, trash burgers.
Chaz burgers.
Chaz burgers.
I love Chaz burgers.
Sounds like a good spot.
They're on every corner.
Ravens eat smaller birds. Crows too, though crows don't hunt them down like a raven would. They are opportunistic feeders. So, like I said, they go after garbage and shit. If there's like, oh, there's a cheeseburger on the ground, I'm going to eat that rather than go hunt something down because you get more calories and it expends less energy.
Oh, Burger King? Gross.
Smart. They have distinct behaviors, too, that can be used to differentiate the two species. The way they walk is different. I did not know this. But crows usually walk like 1 foot, other foot. But ravens tend to do a 2-foot hop.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say they are a little hoppy.
They're a little hoppy, yeah. Their flight patterns are also different. Ravens soar majestically, whereas crows flap and dive more sporadically. Like, I mean, the only time I've really seen ravens is deep in the woods, and like as I'll say, they kind of live alone. But they're just cruising around, soaring, doing their thing. Where crows are like at all times. It's fun to watch.
A little spazzy.
Yeah, pretty damn spazzy. As stated, both are highly intelligent and can use problem-solving skills to get food. So there's videos out there of crows and ravens in captivity, like performing different tasks and puzzles to get food. Like I think one of them that's widely known is there's a water bottle and there's food that's floating on top of the water. And this crow come by and sees it and can't get his beak down into the water bottle. So he picks up rocks and will bring rocks down, drop them in the water bottle, and that disperses or displaces the water and lifts the water level.
Damn.
That floats the food to the top, and then he can just reach in and like eat it. It's fucking crazy. And the ravens in captivity there's a screen in front of them, and it's like you have to answer like which one is green, or it's harder questions than that.
Yeah.
But they asks him in Mandarin, which one is green?
Yeah. But they can tell and they can answer the questions right on this fucking iPad, and then they're like correct, and it dispenses food. So they know to get the questions right to get the food, not just like if I touch this, I will get food. It's like no, I have to do it right. I think that's pretty fucking crazy. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I also read somewhere, which this might be the wrong bird, but I think that they found that crows and ravens can have like object permanence.
Yeah, that's right.
They remember faces. So yeah, don't be a dick to crows or ravens because they'll fucking remember you, dude.
Yeah, and they'll key your car.
Yeah.
Do they see them? Do they recognize themselves, their own image, and a reflection?
I don't
Are they
know.
that smart?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, if they're intelligent enough to know water dynamics and they can recognize human faces that they have no connection with, I would assume that they can recognize themselves and even other family members or friends. I don't know. I haven't asked one. They also they can. I don't know why I didn't write this, but they can mimic speech like super well. It's kind of sketchy. Like they, not to the point where they can mimic a whole bunch of other birds, but like crows specifically have been known to speak, and ravens too. There's a video of a guy sitting down, and there's a raven right there on this bench, and he's like, "What's up, dude?" or whatever, and just goes, "Fuck you." Like somebody taught this raven to say "fuck you" to this guy, and he just cried.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
"Fuck you." And he's like, "Fuck you." It's so funny. Though they can be really distrustful of humans. Like if you piss them off, then they're like, I don't know. So it depends on like how they've interacted with humans and if it's been a positive interaction or a negative interaction. And that, of course, can be passed down through generations. So like, Grandpa Crow or Raven got a rock thrown at it. It's going to tell everybody else like, hey, this dude over at this house in this area threw a rock at me one time. Fuck that guy. And they're like, yep, we're not going down there. Pretty cool. Very, very intelligent. Ravens tend to travel alone or in pairs, usually no more, though. And crow... They don't like threes, okay?
Usually no more, though.
They travel with 0, 1, or 2.
Yes. They don't travel,
You said that was funny.
or they do. Fine. I'd laugh at me.
Sorry.
I'll send my crows after you, man.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, they know. They like me. They remember
Yeah.
my face.
They know how to drive truck.
Yeah. My crow knows how to drive truck. Crows, on the other hand, are more open to larger communities. A group of crows is called a murder for a reason.
That's a murder.
Yeah. So they're called a murder because a group of crows can gang up on larger animals if they feel threatened or if they're hungry, and they can like take this thing down, like peck it to death.
I've seen them chasing eagles. Running around.
Eagles?
Yeah, it's a cute word for eagle.
Oh.
That's probably a territorial thing. They're like, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you imagine 5 to 10 little tiny black birds, and you're a giant eagie, and you just got all these guys coming like, fuck you, man, fuck you. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'd be like, I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble, man. I'm out. That's a good eagle.
Nah.
I was saying, wasn't that more like what they put in the movies, like the Red Hawk or whatever? Because the eagle noise in media is not an eagle.
Yeah, it's not. It's a red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed hawk, that's what it was.
It's a red-tailed hawk. Yeah.
Eagles just go.
Eagles, it's more of a chitter.
Yeah, they make weird-ass noises.
It's really high pitch. It's kind of cool, too.
We're like, that's not very cool.
Yeah, that's not really like...
Let's do a hawk.
That's not really American.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood doesn't approve of that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Clint, is this okay?
No.
Nah. Both birds inhabit similar areas, but ravens prefer less populated areas. So out in the woods, you're going to see both of them, but you're more likely to see ravens out in the woods. Though they can come into urban areas. It's good luck trying to find them, though.
I seen one. Parking lot.
Oh, there you go. Prove me wrong. The crows don't really seem to mind heavily trafficked areas because, again, they're scavengers, and they're like, there's people, there's going to be fucking food around. Sick. Both ravens and crows appear in myths and legends, but their stories differ. Akin to black cats, people believe ravens... I forgot I wrote this. People believe ravens and crows bring bad luck of death and evil just because they are black. Rude.
I'm glad you wrote that down.
It's rude.
Road.
Right.
Yeah. Though some cultures have their own unique belief about these birds. In some stories, ravens appear as messengers or companions. Some native cultures believe ravens are like trickster spirits and they're messengers between the living and the dead. In Norse mythology, Odin is depicted to have 2 ravens, as he is known as the Raven God.
Which is why in Valheim,
One of them's named Hugin, and the other is Moomin.
Oh, Hugin and Moomin.
Hugin and Moomin, yeah.
oh, he's moving.
They fly around the different worlds collecting information for Odin, like little spies or messengers. In other legends, crows are depicted differently. In Irish and Indian mythology, crows are seen as symbols of war and death.
It's probably because the Vikings brought them and killed everyone.
Yeah.
They were like, that means we're going to die.
Yep.
They brought ravens. We're dead.
They believed crows had foresight and used this to deliver bad news to humans. Like, hey, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, fuck.
On the other hand, followers of Cornish and Greek mythology see crows as divine creatures. Cornish. Yeah.
What's that again?
Cornish. Can you Google that real quick? Actually, I didn't Google that. What the hell is Cornish? Cornish mythology? I'm sure it's like
People went to Cornell. Oh.
God, yeah, they have their own mythology.
Yeah.
So, Cornish mythology is the folk tradition and mythology of the Cornish people. Thank you. That's it.
great.
Oh my God, I
it-
hate.
It consists partly of folk traditions developed in Cornwall and partly
Cornwall.
of traditions developed by Britons.
Okay, so it's a specific area of Britain.
I guess.
Elsewhere
Cornwall.
before the end of the first millennium, often shared with those of the Breton and the Welsh peoples. Some of this
They're
contains
Welsh.
remnants of the mythology of pre-Christian Britain.
Pre-cum Britain.
Yeah, pre-cum Britain.
Pre-cum Britain. One Greek myth is that the god Apollo used crows as his personal messengers. Again, people just fucking use them as messengers. More specifically, Apollo had a white crow that he told to keep watch over his lover Coronis.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
well,
watch my bitch.
It was. While Apollo was away, Coronis fell in love with someone else. Rude.
Bro, I
The
told
crow?
you, I gave you one job.
Yeah.
crow?
So, no, his lover fell.
The lover fell in love with the crow?
It was somebody else. Pay attention to the story.
He only trusted the crow because it was white?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But so Apollo came back and was like, dude, no, sorry. The crow came to Apollo and was like, bro,
Dude, sorry, dude.
your lady, not faithful.
I watched
Sorry,
her,
man.
but then she definitely cheated on you.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can do about it because I'm a fucking bird.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, freaking.
So Apollo, being the dickhead he is, cursed the white crow because he was like
Hey,
so
dude.
full of anger. I know he didn't do anything
It's a
except
white
like
crow. It's a bird.
I know. So he cursed it and burned its white feathers black.
Oh.
And then I also wrote after that story, what a bitch. Apollo.
So we
is-
turned the bird black.
yeah, because he was like, my lover left me. I'm going to burn this bird. Like, I kind of see why she left you, man. If you're into yelling at fucking birds, like, you might have some issues.
Well, leaving a bird to watch. Yeah.
Also, not a good idea.
No.
Well,
What'd she do today? Okay, can you write that down? So, upon quick glance, these two birds may seem similar, but with the right knowledge of what to look for, you can tell the difference, which you just fucking learned about.
Thanks.
Now, these birds are not endangered to their remarkable ability to adapt to certain environments. Though, as with all wildlife, you should treat them with respect.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't fuck with birds. Don't feed them. Just
Not all
let them-
wildlife.
let them be birds. Please keep our outdoors clean and green so crows and ravens can continue to enjoy the environment as well as future generations of humans and other animals
Cola,
alike.
you sweet sappy man.
I
Oh.
do so many things about animals. I was like, I never really put a message in there. Don't fuck up the environment, dickheads.
Yeah.
We want our crows to be cool and our ravens to also be cool. So, which one do you guys like more? Crow or raven?
I'm the Raven path.
Yeah, ravens are just cooler.
Raven's cool. They're just
Bigger, more rare to see.
Yeah.
My dad had a special encounter with a raven because he never really seen a raven before for some reason.
Hmm.
Hold on.
Just bull-
And
It's so gassy.
we were in Yellowstone on our bike trip, and we came back, and there was a raven on his motorcycle, just like, huh, huh. And we had a bunch of birds on our bugs on our jackets, and we like went up like 2 feet to it and just standing there, and it was like looking at us, and it just kept eating the bugs off our jackets. It was just standing on our motorcycles,
Just
And he
cleaning
was
off
like,
your
"That's
jackets?
So cool.
That's a rad.
It was so
Yeah, that's so
sweet."
sick.
So that was pretty cool.
Free meal. And he's probably looking at him like, look at these fucking idiots. I can
Just
fly.
Just give me their bugs.
It's like, dude, you guys don't know why'd you waste all your bugs?
You're not going to clean.
I'll do it.
You walked away from him. I'm going to eat this. Y'all don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, bugs don't keep. So,
Not usually, no.
like, you don't have Tupperware for bugs. Really, really tiny little Tupperwares.
Who wins in a fight?
Who wins in a fight? Probably the raven
Yeah.
because
mine's
it
on Raven.
attacks crows.
Twice the size.
Twice the
But-
size attacks crows.
Crow or Raven versus a murder.
Mm.
Might need to give it
Oh!
to the murder.
Yeah, crows got numbers.
Can't beat murders,
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
at max, you're getting 2 ravens.
Yeah.
like
But-
you said.
You can get 20, 25 crows.
Oh,
You're going to have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
run away.
Yeah.
If you can, it might cut your Achilles.
Oh, Jesus.
If you find the wrong murder that they're like, hey, Grandpa Crow, how do we
They
kill
shoot a
humans?
bow at your
Cut the
fucking Achilles.
They just have a bow and arrow. As they're falling, they're
They're
like,
like,
flap, 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 flap,
five of them are pulling it back.
Yeah.
And they're like 10 are holding it. The other ones are loading the arrow.
It's a full-size bow, and you're like, oh,
Oh,
my God.
It's like a fucking recurve.
That's like an 80-pound drop.
That's a lot of birds. Now, have you guys ever heard of the movie The Birds?
No.
The Crow? I have.
The Crow, Brandon Lee, rest in peace. That was a good movie.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. No, The Birds is an old movie. I think 50s. It was an old horror movie about this town that just gets overrun by birds.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was really stupid. The birds, like, all of a sudden just want to eat people.
Did they
And I'm
leave?
like,
They could just leave.
what?
No.
No, because the birds are outside.
So they were just stuck in their houses forever?
Yeah, but the birds would come in the house because it would, like, fly through the windows and shit.
Close
But it
the
was
window.
like seagulls and other types of birds because it was a coastal town. But the majority of the filming was crows because they could get a shitload of crows. And also, like, they're black and it's a black and white movie, so you can see them.
Oh, and it helps spread the image of racism in the 1950s
Yeah.
because they really needed that, right? You know,
Exactly. They
Yeah,
needed
they
that.
need to keep that going.
Yeah, they killed a lot of seagulls though. So,
Oh shit, okay.
but at the end, it was fucking stupid. They just are like in their house, like because there's birds everywhere, and then they stop hearing noises, and the birds are just like standing on the ground, like hundreds of birds are just out there, not doing anything, and they walk out to their car and fucking drive away. I was like, why didn't you do that in the beginning?
Well, they found out that they were immune too late.
I don't know why they stopped though. They didn't explain it. It's just like, I'm bored.
It's the
Birds get
1950s.
tired.
You don't need to explain it.
Yeah.
I guess
They're just
so.
like, wow, a movie, a cinematic moving picture. Wow.
Oh my god. Yeah. Don't kill.
I've seen a bird just then at my house earlier today on my house.
Yeah.
I gotta get home.
I mean, honestly, that would terrify me. If I saw a bird after that,
I didn't look into it, but I'm sure like people watched that and then were like, fucking crows.
You know,
Probably.
like the first moving picture when they had like the train going across the screen. People in the theater were like, whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god. Can't even imagine.
How did you film this?
Yeah.
It's so
It's
real.
like it's coming right at you. Imagine like
Shaky.
taking
shit.
something from the 1920s, be like, shut the fuck up for a second.
Yeah.
Giving them like 3D glasses and putting them like in Avatar.
Oh my god.
Okay, open your eyes. There's like a fucking.
They would have a heart attack. They would fucking die.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they would go back to their time and be like, it's not black people. It's blue people. We should hate them.
The Blue Man Group would have never been formed.
No. And we would have solved racism.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you just show Avatar to all your friends and you're like, oh my God, yeah. 12-foot tall blue people.
Way worse.
That's horrifying.
They'd be great slaves.
Fuck you, 3-fingered people. They have 4. I think they have 4 fingers actually.
It's less than 5. I know that.
Yeah. Anyway, ravens are cool.
Crows, raisins.
I did a report on ravens. This is kind of why I want to do this, but when I was in 3rd grade, I did a report on ravens. I retained none of that information, but I looked into a bunch of like Native American stories and of like the trickster raven and whatnot. I think there's a poem or something's called like The Trickster, and it's about a raven. But I don't remember fucking anything about it.
Cool.
But I do remember I drew a dope ass raven. So I was like, ravens are cool.
Nice.
I want to do them. I want to write them down.
And it was just downhill from there.
And it was, yeah. Look at me now.
I pulled out the same report and
Yep.
Do you watch a Sumo Raven?
Yeah, dude, that's what
I tried drawing a raven. Not as good anymore.
I do a raven. It's really cool and stuff. It's big. You can tell it's big.
You can tell that it's not a crow because of the little tuft on its nose.
Yeah.
And also it curves down a little bit.
And also Krogo.
Also, you can see
Raven
by
go,
the scale, it says 2 feet, and that's how tall it is. So.
Yeah. If you capture both of them and measure them in a bag, then you can tell the difference. Just don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
No.
They carry bird diseases.
They carry bird.
Just bird.
They're giving bird.
It's getting bird.
It's giving bird. All right. That's the end of it.
Nice.
That's the end of my story.
Well, I guess you have nothing else better to do. Get the oh my god, broke it.
Sorry.
We'll get the band going and hit it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everybody, to the No Name Trivia Game. I am your host, Josh. Today we have our contestants, Cully.
Who?
And the reigning champ, Keenan. who's gonna be eating cherries the whole time. So the game show is simple. I will ask a question. When one of our contestants thinks they have the answer, they will raise their hand. I will call on them, and then they will give me the answer. I will give them a correct buzz if they're correct, and I will give them a wrong buzz if they are incorrect. If one of them gets it wrong, the other one has a chance for a steal. There's 10 questions. We are looking for the top contender. Are you two ready?
So,
Yeah.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah. We're eating cherries off camera.
And
Yes.
on camera.
No. Yes.
First question.
Okay.
Not even nervous.
Oh, God. Sorry. I have something in my eye. It's hard to...
Is it an eyelash?
That is correct.
That little.
There it is. You have to really press the button for it to work. What does Volkswagen mean in English? Cully.
Do you want the translation or like what it means represents?
That's
Like,
give me
off.
something.
The people car. Car of the people.
People's car
Yeah.
is correct.
People car.
People car.
Yeah.
Next question. What company logo is featured in the movie Castaway that had an arrow between the two letters? Cully.
FedEx.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Wilson.
Tom Hanks.
What is the colloquial name for a New Zealander? Keenan.
Kiwi.
Correct.
Regina, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm gonna. There we go. I turned it down.
Thank you.
I don't know why it got turned back up when I changed the color.
Leave the wrong one loud though, so that
No.
we really know.
No.
When you changed the color, it got loud.
Yeah, I don't make the program. I just update things.
I don't think that's how sounds work. But
That's how it works here.
all right.
Let's see. What do we got next? What does YMCA stand for? Cully.
Young Men's Christian Association.
Correct.
You're very fast.
It's a 3-1, I
It's these
think.
cherries, dude.
What animal do these names have in common? Cornelius, Cogburn, Foghorn, and Chanticleer. I probably butchered that
What?
one. What animal do these names have in common? Cornelius, Cogburn, and Foghorn. Cully,
Rooster.
that's correct.
Fuck is that?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. Rooster Cogburn is the lead character in True Grit.
I have no idea.
And then I don't know what the other Cornelius.
I don't know about
I was
Cornelius.
gonna say goat.
You would have been wrong. 4-1. If your surname is Cooper, what was the likely occupation of one of your ancestors? Three,
Cooper.
2, Cully.
This is probably a stupid question. Answer. Like bird keeper. Coop.
Incorrect. Chance for a steal.
Coop. Someone who does a lot of coups.
Oh, sorry, actually, I forgot, people. If someone says something that's a little off base, we go with this sound.
Fuck you.
Okay.
The answer, the
Okay.
answer I'm looking for is barrel maker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never would have got that.
Right?
Correct. Yes, I would never would have ever.
All
done
right.
that.
Still 4-1, Cully. Which item of clothing is also the name of a breed of cow, a traffic barrier, and a British island dependency?
What?
Yeah.
Which item of clothing is also the name of a breed of cow, a traffic barrier, and a British island dependency? 3,
A traffic.
2, 1. Time's out.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Keenan finding it at the
I
buzzer.
mean it's not right. Is there a type of clothing called a Scottish?
Chance for a steal. Nothing?
I have no idea.
I have
what
no clue.
The answer is jersey.
Oh, Jersey Barrier.
Jersey
fuck's a
barrier,
jersey
jersey
barrier? Damn
cow.
What's a Jersey barrier?
Jersey barrier, it's a big concrete barrier you see on the side of the road.
Oh.
Or the ones that are filled with water, like on
Yeah.
freeways and stuff.
Wait, what's the British? Oh, okay, I got it. Wow, these are hard. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, they
You're
got
good.
hard.
4-1. In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what? Cully.
Is it the Cardinal?
Chance for a steal.
Pope.
Nice.
Oh, that's stupid.
I was like,
it
Rome?
can't be the Pope. There's no way.
It is.
God damn.
All right, 4-2.
Well, it just goes to show I didn't pay attention in Catholic school for 9 years.
Who was the voice actor for Groot? Oh, Keenan.
Vin Diesel.
Fuck.
Correct. All right, 4-3. What is the highest grossing romantic comedy movie?
Rom-com? Shit.
3,
I'm so bad at
2.
rom-coms.
1. Cully.
The Proposal.
What even is
That's
that?
the Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock one.
Oh, that's funny.
Betty White.
Highest grossing rom-com. I don't even know rom-coms, dude.
I don't know rom-coms either.
Is the one Christmas one with... Oh, what is that called?
Christmas?
3, 2, 1.
Marley and Me.
That's not a rom-com.
Is it not? I mean, it's kind of a rom-com.
Marley and Me?
No, yeah, it's not.
That's
really.
the dog fucking dies.
But like,
Yeah, but that's at the end.
yeah, it's the whole thing.
Not a rom-com.
Okay, see, I don't really know the lines there. You know, what is it?
The answer I was looking for, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh,
Really?
damn it. I love that movie too.
I haven't seen it, but
Oh,
If that's
so-
a rom-com, Marley and Me is a rom-com.
It's so good. That's not sad. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. So fucking
I
funny.
never said it was sad.
Marley and Me is sad.
Okay, but it can still be a rom. Okay, whatever.
yeah, you can still have rom-com with sad.
No.
Did you get it right, Coley? Because I don't want to hear it.
No, I didn't get it
Okay.
right.
No, but
But I love that
was-
movie.
That was the final question.
Oh, god damn it!
Aha. Now who's beeping?
You're John Cena.
You're John Cena.
It's because I didn't my hand up in time for two of them. God damn it.
Yeah, that's
That was good. I like those questions. It was difficile.
I think eating these cherries was very distracting during that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Lots
It
of
kind of
use
helped
brain
me.
power.
I just held them. I was like, "Give me the power of the cherries."
God. This room is full of gases, I swear.
Yes, the demons coming out. That's right.
The demons.
I'm not bringing that character back in again.
I didn't like him.
I know. I'm sorry.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I don't ever want you to do that again.
You know, have you ever seen nah, never mind. It's too obscure.
Okay.
There's like a cartoon animation thing where it's like, this Hellslingers or some shit. Hellraisers. These two kids that walk around, they're like, "Give me your ice cream sandwich." Anyway, there's this one where they're walking and they're playing around this tree, and the tree is like, "Oh fuck yeah," and it reaches out.
It's
Hellraisers.
I think it is Hellraiser or something. It's the YouTube thing.
Yeah, so these this is like this tree, and he's like these kids are like, "I'm having a great day, huh?" And this tree reaches out with this giant arm limb and grabs this kid and shoves it in his little tree hole. He's like, "Fuck you, go in my tree hole, fucking." It reminds me of that.
Okay, yeah, that's
And this
creepy
kid's
as
like, "Let
fuck.
me out!" He's like, "Fucking."
Is that that's
It's
the same
fucking
one
gross.
that they open the mailbox and there's just like this
Yeah.
creature that
Yeah.
it's like a blob creature envelops them and is like and then spits out just a carcass and they're like dried and shit.
Jesus.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Hellraisers.
I think those are the same people that do Smiling Friends.
No shit.
I think so.
I mean, yeah.
that's
I mean,
cool.
they have a lot of
Yeah, they got-
animators.
Yeah.
from-
This is an old show or old YouTube. So
yeah. I mean, there's old YouTubers that did
That's sick.
animation for a while that are on
hell
that.
yeah, that's cool because that shit was always hilarious.
That was so fucking funny.
They'd like squeeze like the faces would like they'd put like the eyebrows like the whole little face on the head, and like in some scenes the face would be like a millimeter and the head would be like an inch and you're like looking at its little face in the middle of the head.
Like, just randomly in a scene. You're like, what the fuck?
And it like just pan and on them making like a speech or some shit, and their face would be like this like tiny little like pixel. And all of a sudden, it'd be like, and like turn into like one of those like rage face comics, and the episode would end. You're like, what the?
Like, what the hell just happened?
It's the funniest shit.
Jeez. Yeah, everybody should watch
Hellraisers.
Smiling Friends and
Yeah,
Hellraisers.
there's a new season of Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
Smiling Friends is so good.
God, I fucking love absurdism.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, ASDF movies.
Oh, yeah.
You've probably seen them. I think they recently came out with a 15.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's the I like trains. No.
Yeah. Or the Mine Turtle.
Or my anus is bleeding.
Oh, did they also make that?
I think so.
That's
Was that something else?
That's his own guy.
Oh, I like
mean-
that one.
For all that is good and holy, my anus is bleeding. My spoon is too big.
My spoon is too
I am a banana.
God, I forgot how good you read that.
Oh, our humor is the
Mate,
best. The most random shit that just makes you like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
That guy did a
It seems
whole.
to me like you're the expert, Mark.
That guy did a whole animated like skit 4 minutes long where he drew those characters running across a book, and on every page he actually drew that, and he flipped this book and made it into an animation, and it was like these two guys fighting and running from each other. It might have been the banana.
I think I watched that one.
Yeah, really, like actually so fucking creative.
Throughout the
Cool.
whole book. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
He would
Right.
he would fall into a page into like another book, and like whoa, fall, hit the ground, and then another book would open, and he'd go through that page, and it was like a whole.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
It's fun.
Have
Shout
you
out
guys-
to old cartoons that we used to watch.
yeah.
Just a little quick little thing here. One of my coworkers is a middle school or early high school teacher, 9th grade, and I asked them what the current lingo is, and they told me things. Do you guys know what skibbity is?
Oh, Skibbity Toilet.
Oh, okay, you do. Wow.
I mean,
I heard of it. I don't
I
understand.
I never
it.
knew it.
I don't know anything about it, but I know it's a thing.
I YouTubed the video.
It's a dude's head in a toilet.
It's the
Right?
Gmod head.
Yeah, and apparently skibbity means like it's like a filler word. Like you could be like skibbity cool or skibbity Ohio, and people use the word Ohio now as a negative meaning. Like you're lame. Like you're like Ohio.
What are you from, Ohio?
We can't just say Ohio. You have to say that's Skibbity, Ohio. No Riz, or some shit. Or if
Yeah.
you like, you know what mewing is, where you put the tongue on the roof of your mouth.
And you like suck the
Yeah, like
you
you're
suck
doing
your
like the
cheeks in?
jawline thing, I guess. It's like a lot of people on TikTok do that. So people in class would be like doing that, and like,
Yeah, and
mewing?
this is the
and
thing
you
where
do
they always
this.
go.
Yeah, how do you guys know? See, I do none of this, but they'd be like this, and that shows I'm mewing right now.
I see this shit, and I'm like, this is
See, I'm not on
fucking
TikTok,
stupid.
but-
I'm not on TikTok either. It's just is out
Yeah.
there.
But
Yeah,
then
I mean,
YouTube Shorts and stuff. I'm like,
Reddit.
my coworker who's
Yeah,
a teacher
Reddit.
though was like, yeah, I'll call on people, and they'll be like, just like put their finger, like draw their jawline to say, I can't talk, I'm mewing. And if they're mewing for a while, they'll call it a mew streak, like a Snapchat streak. But they'll be like, I'm on a mew streak.
we need nuns that beat
Crazy,
children.
dude.
We need them back.
But no, I watched the Skibbity toilet video, and I was just like, how the fuck is this anything?
It's nothing.
How did this catch on?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing like the things that we were just talking about. Like,
Yeah, but that shit made sense.
That's a cartoon. It's
the
an
dude's
edited
anus
video.
is
Yeah.
leaking, and he
My
needs help.
anus- But that never
Okay.
became like a generational like thing. It's just
I-
a fucking funny.
what do you
video.
mean it was? Everyone was saying my anus was bleeding back
Well, yeah.
then. Everyone was talking about their spoon is too big or rusty spoons from freaking salad fingers. Like,
Salad fingers.
we have absurdism weird lingo back in the
Not the
day
same.
that our parents did not
I think it's
understand.
so. I understand that, but I think it's so much different now. I
It's
think
it's
it's so much
this is,
more.
I'm gonna sound so old, but it's better than the Skibbity toilet shit. Skibbity toilet, Skibbity Ohio, like that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah,
But if
we
you
were just
say,
quoting funny videos.
yeah, and
I don't know.
if you quote, wow, maybe we are old.
We are
I'm
old,
telling you, like,
but that is different.
That shit sucks.
it's not different.
Shit has gotten so much worse.
Yeah, you're just old, man.
There's no way I'm that.
You
there's
can't
no
defend
way.
that though.
I
No,
don't
it's-
take that. I'm not taking that. I think it
You
is
don't
so
have
much
to take
worse.
it, but a fact's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact. It's a
No,
theory.
I'm
It's
with
a theory.
you, Keenan. That
It's a theory.
shit's stupid.
That's a theory, Josh.
Nah.
Skibbity toilet riz hit.
I'm mew streaking.
Mewing. I thought mewing was something. I thought it was like pining or like simping.
Oh no, that's Chris pining.
What?
Chris Pine.
Yeah, I know. But what is it?
That's not. Oh, you're being. That's.
Oh, he's
okay.
making a joke. God damn it. All right, let's get to
No, I was like, is it? If I just, I like Chris Pine.
out, like, are they saying that?
Like, fuck.
Oh God.
God.
Don't do that to Chris Pine.
Leave him out of this. He's a handsome man. I love
Right.
Star Trek, and the Dungeons and Dragons movie was actually pretty funny.
Yes.
I'm going on a trip to Ohio. Thank you for listening to this
Skibbity
episode of
Ohio.
What's the Diff? Next week we'll be discussing prawn versus shrimp,
Prawns versus scramps.
macro photography versus micro photography, and psilocybin versus LSD.
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin. That's what
Yeah,
the
that's
internet
what the
told
guy
us.
said.
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin. Psilocybin.
Psilocybin.
That's not how it is.
Mushrooms and paper.
Mushroom and paper. Have an opinion on something we've already discussed? Want to hear one of your topics debated? You can connect with us at whatsthediff.net. Leave us a voicemail at 802-884-3553 or send a voice clip to us at hellowhatsthediff@gmail.com. That number is 802-884-3553. Bitch.
Bitch.
What?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I don't think it's a thing, Jerry.
It's a thing.
All
He
right.
thinks it's a thing. It's a thing.
Let's get this brain rot out of here. Bye.
Skibbity bitch.